has been a month full of excitement, studies, content creation, and very hectic schedules. I started off the month with preparing for my final exams of first year, and then once the theory exams were over, we suddenly got the news that now the practicals are postponed, and then I returned back home in a couple of days, and then I started content creation in full swing, made quite a few YouTube videos which are yet to be edited. And also a lot of content for Instagram. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, you can do that. The link will be present in the description and my username will be mentioned here. I started off with a few new habits, learned a few new beautiful things, made a few new beautiful pieces, discovered a few new pages and a few channels, and a lot of takeaways that are going to happen from this month. And in this video, we're going to talk about all of those takeaways that I have from the month of Jan. But before beginning the episode 3 of monthly takeaways, let me give you another exciting news. From this month onwards, I'm going to be starting to give you all a freebie with the monthly takeaways video. The freebie is a full document which has all of my takeaways listed in a very precise manner, and also it will contain the content that I'm planning to create for the next month. So in case you want to suggest me some more content, you can do that in the comment section below in this video. And also you'll get all of my takeaways, all the learnings, all the new things that I discovered, all the new channels, pages, everything properly listed in that document. So in case you want to recheck it at any point of time, or in case you also want to learn from my learnings, you can check out that document and read all of my learnings. And by the way, if you haven't noticed yet, let me tell you that I kept this month's theme to be lilac. So you can see a lot of lilac stuff here. I'm also wearing this beautiful kurti in a lilac color, and if you haven't noticed, I've changed the whole channel branding to this lilac color. The end screen and the intro of the channel has also been changed to lilac. And the next month's theme is going to be a very pastel pink along with a tinge of red into it, because it's the Valentine's month, so I thought to keep it a bit on that side with a lot of hearts and everything. So you will definitely get to see the new channel branding very soon as Feb starts. And now let's quickly get into this video. I have divided this video into 5 different sections. So beginning with the first segment, which is med school learnings. As I told you earlier, I had my first year final exams in the first 2 weeks of this month. I've also made a vlog of those 2 weeks. If you haven't checked that out yet, you can do that by clicking on the I button above. And talking about my main med school learning from this month was to take it easy. Obviously, we had finals, so the first 2 weeks weren't at all easy. They were very hectic and very difficult. But the only one thing that I realized from that particular span of time is that the more you stress out, the more you worry yourself, the more you make things hectic for yourself. It is very important to calm ourselves down so that we can give our best. Another thing that happened to me while my finals were happening is that I fell very seriously ill in the last 2 days of my exam schedule, and honestly it was very tough for me. But the only thing again that helped was that I took a chill pill and I took it very easy on myself. I didn't burden myself, I didn't worry a lot. I studied as much as I could, and thankfully the exams went well. Another thing which is not specifically a med school learning, but it is very heavily implemented in med school for me, is the Pareto principle. You can go up on the internet and read about it if you're interested, but I'll be summing it up very quickly. So it basically means you get your 80% outputs from your 20% inputs. And I think in med school it fits very appropriately, because the syllabus is so huge that most of the questions are set that are to be asked in the examination. So I guess for scoring a decent amount of marks in med school, what really matters is those 20% of the inputs that you put. I want to keep this video very concise and precise, so if you're interested in learning more about the Pareto principle, you can go up on the internet and read about it. The last learning in this segment that I want to mention is that always keep yourself engaged in a lot of tasks. The more you keep your stakes on just one particular task, the more you feel stressed about it. Coming on to the second segment for this video, which is one of my favorites, which is called book learnings. So this month I began with the book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Undoubtedly it's a beautiful book. I'm already a fan. Like, I can go on talking about Atomic Habits. I absolutely love the book and I 100% recommend it to all of you guys if you haven't read it till now. Now I have made a detailed page which explains all of my learnings from the book Atomic Habits, and I have linked it in the same freebie that I talked about in the starting of the video. And if I have to tell you very precisely about the book Atomic Habits, it's basically a book that will help you build your good habits and break those bad ones. Atomic habits literally means those very small and tiny habits that we have in our lives that usually shape us to become the kind of individuals that we are. In this book, James Clear mainly talks about those 4 laws that help you build up your good habits, to make it obvious, to make it attractive, to make it easy, and to make it satisfying. He's talked about a lot of scientific principles and rules that may help you. He has also talked about a lot of practical methods that you can use to build up your habits, like habit stacking, which I talked about in my previous video of habits, and also temptation bundling along with habit stacking. Then he's talked about a thing called pointing and calling. He's also talked about this thing called the 2-minute rule, which says that when you're initially in the stage of beginning to build up a habit, start it with doing it just for a duration of 2 minutes a day, and gradually and eventually begin to increase your time. In this book, he also talks about being a better version of ourselves, but the catch here is to become just 1% better each day. And he says that if we try and become 1% better with each coming day, we'll end up becoming 37% better by the end of the year. So I think the way he talks about compounding of the habits and the interests they pay you off, I am absolutely amazed by the book. I have written 2 full pages about my learnings from this book. So be sure to check out the freebie in the description and know more about my learnings. After reading Atomic Habits, I have begun this book called To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, and I'm still in the process of reading. Coming to the third segment of this video, we're going to talk about all the new things that I discovered in this month. Starting with art journaling. Now, art journaling, as I have talked about in my previous 2 videos as well, is a new habit that I've begun from this month, and I'm absolutely loving the process of creating new spreads on my art journal to show my creativity and also to pour out my feelings, whatever I have in my head. I'm able to put it out on paper, and I feel really good about it. Till now, I guess I have created 5 to 6 spreads on my art journal, one of which is right here for you. And by the way, if you want an art journal flip through, do let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to do one. And yeah, I guess this is one of the best things that has happened to me in this month. Talking about the YouTube channels that I came across this month, and I'm absolutely loving, are Social. So they basically make film related content, film reviews, and they talk about actors telling about facts about actors, telling about facts about different movies, and I really love to watch that kind of content. So this is one of the channels that I'm loving this month. Second channel is Real Life Floor. Third channel is Lavender. Now here you'll find a lot of self-love, self-care content and some meditation videos as well. The fourth channel is Jordan Clark. Now she makes videos about journaling again, about bullet journaling, gratitude journaling, all the sorts of journaling. So I find this channel very helpful. The fifth channel that I want to talk about is Let's Make You Rich. Now this is the second channel of Abhi and New, which is again a very popular channel. Now here in this channel they talk about managing finances, about how to invest, and I've just watched a couple of videos from their channel, but I really loved it. Talking about the third subtopic of this segment are the movies that I watched. Now this month I didn't watch a lot of movies because I had a lot of work, a very hectic schedule, but I just watched 2 movies for this month. First one was Predestination, and my mind was completely blown after watching that particular film. It's such a piece of art and I 100% recommend it to watch. The second movie that I watched for this month was Harry Potter Reunion. Now, I am a fan of Harry Potter movies, and the moment I came to know that the reunion is releasing in 2021, I already started crying, and I watched the reunion fully, and I really loved the experience. Talking about the courses that I took for this month, and this is completely not sponsored. The first course was a productivity course by Mr. Ali Abdal, which was on Skillshare, and another course was an art journaling course, which was by Amanda Ratchley, again on Skillshare. Right now, I'm doing my third course on Skillshare, which is a course on video creation, but I'm yet to complete it, so I'll include that in the next month's takeaways videos. Talking about the Instagram pages that I came across for this month is one for Gentle Hearts. I'll mention the username somewhere here so you can check them out. They have some beautiful reel audios regarding mental health, regarding self-love and self-care, and I absolutely love that sort of content. Another page is TTT_official. So they make reels on very tinny tales, and I really love to watch that. And the third page is Dr. Cutress. She's trying to spread awareness through her videos and reels about sexual health. The fourth segment of this video has to be those small sources of my happiness of this month. So the first one was obviously that I got done with my theory exams, and yeah, I know that the practical exams are still due, but a lot of pressure has been released from my head that the theory exams are done. The second thing is that I made a new backdrop this month. I think you can get a glimpse of it here, and I also used this backdrop in my previous video, so in case you want to check it out, you can. The third thing is that I filmed quite a lot of content for YouTube, though this is, I guess, my fourth video of this month on the channel, but I have filmed more content which will be coming up in the next month. The next thing is very small and very silly, but as this segment is called Small Sources of Happiness, so recently I had one of my friend's birthday and I got a few helium balloons for his birthday. I mean, I don't even remember how long has it been since I last played with balloons, but this time when I did, I'm not kidding, I really loved it. The next thing is that I took my sisters out for a cafe date. I guess this was the first time that three of us went alone somewhere out to eat, and I think it was an experience of its own, though I didn't eat a lot because I'm on my workout regime and I cannot eat a lot, but I was really happy to like take them out, and you know, three of us, we sat, we chit chatted, and we ate some food. It was a lot of fun. Another small source of my happiness is that I'm beginning a new series on the channel, a short series actually, which is called the Shadi series. The first episode of which will be up on the channel very soon, so stay tuned for that. So basically, I have my sister's wedding coming up in the next 2 weeks or so, and I'm really excited for her wedding, and I'm gonna show you small glimpses of that wedding and what all goes around in the wedding, so stay tuned for that. Another thing that I did this month was that I made a candle with my sister at home, and I loved the experience. The last segment of this video are the miscellaneous learnings that I had for this month. Now, the first thing here is to say it out aloud. Now this month I had a couple of breakdowns where I was very stressed, and I felt that, you know, things are just not working out for me. And I guess the biggest learning that I got from there was to say it out aloud. If you're in need of help, if you want to talk to someone, if you want them to talk to you, to console you, to be there for you, tell them. Say it out aloud. Tell them that I need you. Tell them that this is my issue. Now I need your advice, or I need you to comfort me, or I need you to tell me what should I do. Next thing that I learned from this month is to appreciate your small wins. Seems very hard to hear, but honestly, it's nobody else's duty to constantly remind you or pat your back for all the good things that you're doing in your life. So whenever you achieve even the smallest of your goals, clap for yourself, pat your back, and be happy. Nextly, I watched quite a few informative videos for this month and I'll link all of them in the description below, so be sure to check them out. I'll quickly let you know what all were they about. The first one was about a universal township that is built in India, which is known as Auroville. The second one was about the contribution of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in India's freedom struggle. The third one was about bullet journaling, and I loved it. And the fourth one was about James Webb Space Telescope. All of these topics were a few topics that I didn't have a lot of knowledge about, and I watched them, and now I think I've learned quite a few things from these videos. I also got to know a few important days that fall in the month of January. The first one is 12th Jan, which is the National Youth Day, which is also the birthday of Swami Vivekanand. 15th Jan is National Army Day. 4th Jan is World Braille Day. 30th Jan is World Leprosy Day. And also 23rd Jan is Netaji's birthday. The next and a very important thing that brought a lot of happiness to me is that I changed the whole color theme of the channel to the lilac color. As I told you in the starting of the video, I changed the wallpapers of all my devices to a lilac theme. I gave my art journal also a full lilac look, and I guess I really loved this whole theme for this month, and I'm really looking forward for a new theme for the next month, and I cannot wait to unroll everything in front of you. This is it from my side. These were all the learnings and all the takeaways that I have from this month of Jan, and I'm really happy with how my month went. If I have to describe it in 3 words, it will be productive, it will be happy, and it will be full of excitement. Do let me know in what 3 words would you describe your January, and I will see you again in the month of February with a whole new color theme and a lot of content coming your way. And do not forget to check out the freebie. The link will be in the description, and also do not forget to give me content ideas for the month of February. I will see you again on the channel very soon. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, and bye bye.